Hello, beautiful people. Thank you, President Campbell, for that introduction and for the invitation to be part of today. I would like to thank the Spelman Faculty and Board of Trustees for recommending and approving me for this recognition. I am thrilled to share the stage with Stacey Abrams and Hannah Sharif. And I would like to congratulate the seniors and the unprecedented 5 co-valedictorians, I never heard of such a thing, from the remarkable Spelman class of 2022. To receive this honorary degree as we mark the conclusion of President Campbell's leadership here is a special honor. Dr. Campbell, you are someone I have learned from and revered for decades. I met her first on the page, reading her groundbreaking work on Romare Bearden as I researched my own dissertation. The greatest museum on earth, as you may know, is a Black museum, the Studio Museum in Harlem, and I watched her lead that to further greatness. As New York Commissioner of Cultural Affairs and head of the Tisch School, she has always exemplified the importance of supporting artists and creative vision. For without vision, the people perish. We all aspire to Dr. Campbell's standard. I am in your debt and will continue to be inspired by you. And I have also, I must say, taught in my career as a professor many Spelman alums in PhD programs at the University of Chicago and Yale, and know firsthand how Spelman women were always the gold standard in my classrooms, including one of my very first graduate students who is on your faculty now, Dr. Melanie Mims McKee, who was one of the first people who I had the privilege of mentoring. I also want to mention that I have learned deeply and lovingly as a colleague from your legendary faculty member, Dr. Beverly Guy Sheftal. With her warmth, humor, and brilliance, she has showed us that race and gender are never separable as we do our scholarship and analyze the world, and that Black women's history and culture are the most infinitely interesting topics you could ever want to study. I love you, Beverly, and as one of your countless daughters in the Academy, I say thank you. And finally, I must once again invoke the name of the original sister president, Dr. Johnetta Cole, who I invoke today. There is too much to say about her, but I am honored to call her a mentor to me and a mother to my mind. When I became president of the Mellon Foundation, she was the first to call and ask to speak to Sister President. And that set me on my path, as she has set so many on their path. And for all these reasons and connections, I am so honored to be here today. And so just a few more words to remind us, before Black women were allowed to vote, before we were allowed to enter public libraries, before we were allowed to attend state universities, visit public museums, sit in public concert halls, lecture halls, symphony halls, we were welcomed here and to the transcendent power of higher education. We were invited here to engage in the life of the mind, the liberation that comes with deep reading, deep knowledge, and deep study. It was here that we could find the community that comes with learning in community, and so here you all were brought into community that will be with you for life. We Black women would not have survived without possessing and developing multiple strands of knowledge that form the critical consciousness and empowerment we all need to move through this complicated world. We are the offspring of people who survived when they were not meant to, and we bloomed. Each of us is a benefactor of that grit, tenacity, and genius of body and spirit, with more than a little good fortune thrown in. Our amazing history and culture are yours to carry forward. I did not have the privilege to be formally educated in the company of all Black women, but my education would have been meager without the community of Black women I made within it. As an undergraduate, as a graduate student, as a young professor, as a medium professor, as a poet and writer in broader artistic circles, as I moved into philanthropy, as I continue to learn and grow, stay grounded, and face challenges. It is the community of Black women, communities of Black women I am part of and I gather, that are my soil, my sky, and my sun. There is no excellence, no safety, no risk, and insufficient joy without sister communities. My soil, my sky, my sun. And so today, seeing you seated before us, a sea of beauty, I am reminded, as others have invoked, of the beautiful, beautiful motto, the choice to change the world. And I want to say also again that this is a community's joyous moment. The community made up not only of your parents, siblings, grandparents, aunties, uncles, teachers, friends, and everyone who has encouraged and supported your growth. And those of us who do not know you look at you with love and inspiration. Thank you. You inspire us. As you enter this stage of your lives, you are becoming citizens in new ways, with responsibilities and possibilities in the communities you come from, choose, and create. And because you are children of the African diaspora, you have the advantage of a truly great and rich history to teach you as you imagine the future. I urge you to live fully, consciously, and never forget joyously. Each ion of joy and kindness we put out in the world countermands the extreme violence that rends this planet. Living joyously is a dead serious choice that I believe is our only choice. And in that choice, joy is infinite possibility and strength. I thank the Spelman community for this tremendous recognition and distinction. And Spelman class of 2022, I cannot wait to see what you will do. Thank you.